What is up, everybody? And good Friday night or evening or afternoon, where it is in California right now. I brought in a new guest, British American comedian Kat Bird. Introduce yourself to the
Hey,
community.
yeah. My name's Kat. I've been doing comedy for almost 4 years now. I'm British American, born in LA. Just loving it. I love LA, but the comedy scene here is awesome.
Oh yeah, it is. And I
Mm.
saw you in Long Beach a few weeks ago. You were hilarious.
Yeah, that was a funny show. It was a bar show, but it was it was good. There's such a good mix of comedians there, so it was really fun. I loved it. I loved everyone was really funny.
Yeah, the host was awesome. Sarah K. Godot. Like I was gonna have her as a guest on this live stream a couple months ago, but yeah, she's very busy. But yeah, I met her in the Hollywood scene. I'm gonna tell you, it's a different scene from the Long Beach scene.
Oh yeah? How so?
Less competitive, and you get more minutes. Generally. No,
In the
because yeah, but I'm tell you, generally, like I do a lot of open mics. It's pretty much like you sign your name, they'll call your name. Hollywood, like it's more bucket.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you'll stay like 3 to 4 hours just waiting for your name to get called, and it most likely won't. You'll be like, "Cool."
Trust me, I used to live in Hollywood. I did the scene. I did the Laugh Factory, Hollywood Improv. Let's say the Comedy Store. Did all of them.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, some of them use some of the big comedy studios, they make you wait in line for like close to like 4 or 5 hours, and then you get put in a bucket. So at that point, I think you're better just testing your material on strangers, just like bringing them on the street.
Exactly. That's why I like this. That's why I like the scene out here in Long Beach and South Bay, and Orange OC too. Pretty much like you just get some material.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
build an experience. Yeah.
yeah, and it's so important, I think, as a comedian as well. Like, if you get stuck in this hub of, like, for example, Hollywood, it's like you're kind of just doing the same, couple comedy clubs, and you're seeing the same people, and like it gets really stagnant. So I think being able to branch out and like really go into whether it's like Long Beach or either Northern California or get out of state and just be like, oh, this is a different perspective. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, I've done mics in Seattle. It is a different experience.
Oh, really?
Basically, they're hypersensitive about edgy jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like jokes against the marginalized. They're like hypersensitive.
Yeah. I did a comedy show in England recently, and that was,
Oh wow, that must be
yeah, they're on the opposite end of the spectrum. They're not sensitive at all. Like, the things that they said were so offensive. I was like, this can't be, like,
fun.
I'm not offensive jokes, but this is like border. This is like, I was like,
I've been to England. They're about the banner.
yeah, for sure, exactly.
They don't get.
Um, but no, I'm interested. I'd love to do some shows in this just to see, because like shows in the South just around. I want to see what the perspective is, just to get a
The
little.
South. I'm gonna tell you about the South. We can get away with a lot more.
You think so?
Set when it comes to religion or Southern heritage because they
Yeah,
aren't very quick tempered.
yeah. That runs deep.
Yeah, Miami's my. You ever been to Miami, Florida? The Miami scene. Miami's alright.
I've never done Miami. No, I haven't. I haven't gone over to Florida. Yeah, it'd be an interesting. I have a lot of friends that have, and like, I mean, some of the comedians, well, some of the better comedians are born in Florida. Obviously, don't live there anymore, but yeah, I bet there is a good scene over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Back to England. Actually, been there like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yep, London. Yep, went to a Arsenal game in the Arsenal State. Oh
Oh
my!
gosh, my brother is a diehard Arsenal fan. Like, he is ridiculous. He's like the people that you see and make fun of in not any like sports documentary. Like, take their shirt off and like just cover himself. Like it's ridiculous.
Don't be offended, but I can't stand Arsenal fans. I'm a Manchester United person, and I am glad they're losing.
Man,
Yeah, I mean, I know England, like Man City, Man United are big rivals, but my biggest rival is Arsenal because of the early 2000s. That
okay.
unbeatable team.
Yeah, no. I mean, Man's amazing. I guess like I've got family that are big Chelsea fans. I don't did you get to a football or a soccer game when you were over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, do you,
Those fans are obnoxious. They're very obnoxious.
yeah. It's a weird experience though, don't you think? Like because like going to a football game over here where it's just like such a spectacle and like you go and like you tailgate and like you get like it's a whole thing. Over there it's like you wait in line, you drink, and then you like leave. Like it felt so short. Like in just everyone was so kind of composed during the whole thing. I was like, where's like the raucous behavior?
I'm gonna tell you because I went to a LA Galaxy game last month and it felt like a baseball game. It didn't feel like when I was in London where there was just singing songs and making offensive chants.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a big cunt. You're a big. Oh. Then they do that thing with their hand. You're a big ass arse.
Yeah.
Oh like wow, y'all Brent folks.
Yeah. When I was there a few weeks ago, I forgot like I'm half British. I'm not gonna deny that, but they fucking drink like I have never seen. Like when the sun, people are just like they're smashing like pints, like heavy pints of beer, and I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy to me.
It's the most noticeable thing I've seen when I was over there, like the public drinking. It's on another level.
I know, I know we're like not ones to talk because honestly, like my 20s was pretty much a blackout. Like I don't actually remember my 20s at all. I'm like if I fucking blacked it out, but it's they go hard for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't see that. You don't see this drunk, the drunkenness you see in the states, like you see UK. This is,
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But I guess they just yeah, it's just the behavior. I mean, and also like kids start drinking when they're super young, like 16.
it starts
So
early. I already know.
yeah.
You just don't see it like early 20s women. You know what I'm saying? Early 20s women walking down the streets drunk.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It was something I saw all the time when I was in London because I was in the center of London and I went to Camden Town.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Then went to the Palace. What's that called?
Oh,
Westminster Palace.
Buckingham Palace
Yeah,
or
Buckingham Palace. Yeah,
Mhm.
and where the Arsenal Stadium is, Highbury. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Islington, isn't it up north?
Yeah,
Northern England.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went, and I'm telling you, one right by a bar that called himself the Great Cock.
Oh. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah.
You sure something else? It really is.
Uh,
Oh, but
um,
I'll tell you, I got a message from one of my fans, Brazilian fans, Kleber Renato.
mhm.
Yeah, he's saying mushroom. You got to put down mushroom emojis. He
Oh,
watched-
yeah, I see them. They're so cute. I love them. They're pretty much all the emojis.
yeah. Oh, Kat, I want to tell you something that inspired me to do comedy. Is going back to
Mhm.
comedy first, man. It was Whitney Cummings roasting me in a date at the comedy store.
Did she roast you?
She roasted me. I was in the front, and she was cracking a joke about me and my date.
That's the dream. Like that would be wow. What did she say?
I don't remember, to be honest. But she was roasting me in my day. She was saying like, did she feel sorry for you?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's great. I would get into comedy if I got roasted by Whitney Cummings. I was like, I dream of that.
You dream being roasted? I mean, oh, do you dream being roasted by Dane Cook? I met Dane Cook in person.
Oh gosh, yeah, I don't know about him. I'm more Whitney down.
And Dane Cook is vicious. He is very vicious.
Is he? Did you battle?
Hmm?
Was it a roast battle that you met him?
It wasn't roast battle. He goes to the Hollywood Improv all the time. He's there every Sunday. And basically, I saw him in the bathroom, and I told him like I was gonna miss Mrs. Set because I had to leave early.
And what'd he say?
He's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I did a. Have you done a roast battle before? I'm sure.
No,
Oh yeah, yeah. I did it once, and it was like this really. It was during that. It was kind of when Kanye West was coming out, being a little crazy, and so there was like it's like it was. Everyone was like hypersensitive. It just so happened that the person I was roasting was Jewish, and I was like, "How am I gonna go? What's the verdict on this?" So I messaged him and I was like, "Listen, I know in a roast battle you're supposed to go hard," and he's like, "Just do it." I'm like, I don't feel good about it. I was like, I don't think roasting's for me. I can't really cut to the core, but some people are really, really good at it.
yeah, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Can't invoke you know what I'm saying, the run the world trolls, the run the media, like that stuff, or they want to cancel everybody. You gotta be careful.
I know. It's so yeah. Comedy has
Yeah, but
definitely
the thing is, it's comedy. I mean, comedy is about, you know what I'm saying, you gotta play that line, you know what I'm saying, like push the boundaries.
yeah, for sure,
No, it'd be boring, feel me?
for sure, for sure. I think that's the thing. It's like be funny but be smart about it, you know what I mean? Like if listen, like I love offensive jokes. I'll take any type of like white woman, like I love it all. Like I just as long as you're smart about it, like as long as you have some sort of like point of difference, like if you're just throwing out like whatever like sexist, racist, any, I'm like, okay, like
Yeah,
I,
like I make jokes that that seems transphobic, but
yeah,
I'm coming from my experience. I mean, I'm like almost 40 years old. Like, I
yeah,
mean, my terminology is different from like the new generation. New generation got their own slang, like perf and no cap and
no cap, yeah.
ops.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's all I don't know, like for me, it felt like it language changed like overnight where I was like, "Oh god, like what is all?" I don't
You know, like the whole Me Too thing. Like,
mm,
it's hard to keep up.
it's hard. It's definitely tricky. I
And then
have my
I'm gonna tell you something. Then you make a point that would just be common like 10 years ago, and now I'll be seen as misogynistic.
oh, totally. I mean, you even look at comedy specials like from 10 years ago or even 5 years
I
ago
think we're
like
having technical difficulties. Sorry.
oh, no, no, it's fine.
Sorry about that. I think you're skipping your line.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. No, I was saying, even like comedy from like comedy specials from 5 years ago, like you could not say what they gotta like say with what they say now. Like it's everything's become very PC.
Yeah, I mean, just think about Dave Chappelle. Watch the Chappelle show in 2023. That's 20 years ago. It
Yeah,
wouldn't fly today. Like,
yeah.
like, like the skit, like the skit, the nigger family. I don't. That's not gonna fly.
Oh no, definitely not. No. I was watching yeah, I saw John Mulaney's uh earlier specials because I watched his newest one and it was really good. But then you go through some of his stuff and he's always been like very like cautious about what he says. And even like the things that he said then, I was like, I don't know if that would go down in a crowd in LA. Like I don't it's smart and funny, but like I think people would be like sometimes would be too sensitive about it.
That's just the West Coast in general.
Yeah, it's probably the West Coast for sure. Yeah.
You ever did comedy in the East Coast, like Boston, New York, DC?
I haven't. No, I'm actually gonna take a trip out there in the next couple months and All my friends have come back from New York and they're like, it's awesome. It's the best scene. I'm like, okay, I'm interested.
There's just so many places to do comedy out there. You can do it all day, all night.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
because I know comics that do New York all the time, and like, oh my goodness, I can't keep up how many like open mics you can do.
That's awesome. Yeah. Because these guys, like the ones in LA, like eventually, I mean, you can't walk to them. Like I could walk to maybe three or no, I could drive to 3 or 4. And if I wanted to do anything else, I gotta hop like, all right, I gotta go an hour this way, an hour that way. Blah, blah.
Then you gotta deal with parking. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
why I'm not doing like Hollywood open mics, because you got to deal with parking and the fact that most of the time it's a bucket. You only get like a few minutes. Like that's
Yeah. No, it's a whole ordeal. It's definitely definitely not cool. But I'd love to go to New York and see how it's all and see it.
it'll be fun. So how did you get hooked up with the Long Beach show, the Pike Bar?
Sarah, so I had done a couple shows with Sarah before, like seen her around. We kind of just had mutual friends, started chatting, and then she's had that show for a while now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, for about a year or so.
Yeah, so she invited me, and then she just invited me to come and check it out. And that was cool because like I hadn't really explored Long Beach for a long time. And so that was cool seeing that side of it. But also as a comic, like listen, I love like a sold out show. I love being in a club. That's my favorite. But I think also just to test your own kind of skills when you're in a bar. I kind of like it too because it's definitely more challenging. Like people aren't paying attention. You're being talked over.
That part, that part.
Oh yeah, totally.
Not paying attention, watching the sports game,
Yeah.
not listening to your joke. That happened to me a few times when I was at that show.
Yeah, yeah. But it's an interesting, totally different. But you kind of have to like, it's like you're bombing in a different way. You're like, am I really bombing or are people just not paying attention to me? So you have to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you about the Long Beach scene. Like almost everybody there is a local. You know what I'm saying? They're born and raised. They're from California. They're
Yeah.
from the area. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood, like it's from everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of everyone.
There's a lot of like I left Ohio. It was the shittiest place on earth. I love being in LA. There's too much. There's so many of those jokes I heard.
Yeah. No, it's just for everyone is that wants to be in the entertainment industry, right? Like, so everyone just culminates here, which is exciting. It's cool in its own way because it's like very creative. I think it's pretty creative place to be, but it's good to get out every once in a while. Be like, oh yeah, there's a world outside this crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once you get out that bubble, it's like, wow, how is this a whole different world? Because it's just normal, it's perfectly normal. Just walk down the street and see out of shape Spider-Man walking around. Saying,
Oh.
yeah, them or Joker. I bet you've seen a lot of folks cosplaying as Joker.
Yeah, I have. You know what? Like,
You
I
know,
took
like,
my friends up to Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to see all of the action heroes." And he happened to be a big fan of Spider-Man, and I took him up to meet Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was not looking good. He was like 45 pounds overweight. His like suit was brown and it was ripped. So I was like, "Oh no." At one point he asked my friend if he wanted some weed. I was like, this is my poor friend. He was like, is this this is Hollywood? I'm like, oh God, I'm sorry.
it's all weird. Perfectly normal out there.
Yeah, it's a West Coast Spider-Man. He's out of shape. He's struggling. He lives in his van. It's normal.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, or the Joker walking around smoking a cigarette.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You see some weird shit. I mean, like back in the when I was here growing up in the 90s, like Hollywood Boulevard was cool. Like it was really cool because it was fun and like there was just like such a scene up there. And now I feel like it's like kind of skeezy. I don't like going
Yeah,
up there.
it sold out a bit. It sold out a bit in the last 20 years.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
used to be a place for like music, you know what I'm saying? Music and artists and all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And you had the El Capitan Theater, which would people would be like, oh my God. It was just like a very cool place. Um, but yeah,
Now it's a lot of wannabe influencers. Like you see walking down the street, you seeing people just filming their TikTok or filming
oh,
a YouTube video
oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
or filming an Instagram reel. It was every day. It's just weird because we was walking around like the South Bay now. I was going to a mall, like Del Amo Mall. You don't see all that stuff, all that
I know.
wannabe influencers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely not the same. It feels sketchy at times too. But I mean, I don't know. I think you just have
But
to,
I lived there for 8 years, so
yeah, damn. It must have felt good to get out finally and be like, oh yeah, there's a world out here.
yeah, it just felt
Yeah,
different. It's different from the rest of LA.
that's cool though. I mean, yeah, at some point or another, like I think the one thing.
Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Don't you have a TikTok?
I do have a TikTok.
Yeah, all right. Catbird Comedy, right?
That's me. Yeah.
All right, I was going to promote your TikTok to my audience.
Cool. So, oh, that's awesome. So, how long have you been doing the podcast for?
This since January.
Oh,
Been
awesome.
4 months. Yeah, it's fun. You know, just bringing different guests like YouTubers, comedians, musicians, friends
That's
from high school, friends I knew from the
just
neighborhood growing up. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, gosh.
I love it. It seems like I've seen some podcasts and whatnot, but this seems like very just like easygoing and nice and fun.
I'm inspired by Joe Rogan in 2020 when he was making these like podcasts, having guests, live streaming on Zoom, talking.
I love that. I feel like the podcast scene got a little bit mental during the pandemic. I don't know.
Oh, it did.
Did it?
Because like you couldn't go anywhere. I mean, like everything was closed. So
Yeah.
what was there to do?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was,
it was a way to vent. You know what I'm saying? A way to vent out how you feel.
yeah. It's true. That was what happened in comedy. It was just you gotta fucking make it work. It's such a weird.
Oh my goodness, 20. Oh my goodness, 2020 really burnt off Hollywood comedy a lot. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Because a lot of like UCBs they closed down. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
know the UCB Sunset got closed. Let me ask Kat, is the UCB in Franklin still open or no?
The one in Los Feliz. There's one in the main is in Los Feliz, and it just opened like 4 months ago. They've reopened.
Oh, they open. You talking about the one on Western and Sunset?
Yeah,
Oh, so they opened back. Oh, that's cool. So the one on Franklin is closed, right? Closed
I
for
think
good.
so.
That's the present, but that was my spot for improv and Doug Benson specials.
Oh, it's a great spot. I mean, you can't beat it. Groundlings. Did you ever get to go do a groundlings class or in that?
I've never been to the
Yeah, groundlings reopened maybe 6 or 7 months ago, so they're back on it.
Is the Second City back?
Second City closed for good. No more.
It's depressing. That was the depressing part about 2020. Like all of that, all them clubs closed down, and then like we walked around, it felt like to be real if you got to the city.
For sure. Oh, 100%. The thing that made me sad as well was just like I went to school at UC Berkeley and I went back up at like post-pandemic, so many good restaurants were closed, and I was like, how could this happen? Like they were staple, just amazing food spots, and they're all gone.
Yeah, man. Especially as a woman, it must have been really dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of craziness. This just got. I mean, the homeless tents. This got way worse when the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like
for sure.
it was bad. It was a bad thing before 2020, but after 2020, it got worse.
Yeah, I was living. I went to Singapore for 6 months during the pandemic. And being in Asia during all of it was crazy because it was like we took it seriously over here, where it was like wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Like when I was in Singapore, if you didn't wear a mask, you could be arrested. Like it
Yeah,
was
Singapore don't play. They're hardcore authoritarian.
for sure, dude. They had like apps where you could just narc on people if you saw them in the street and they didn't have their mask like totally up to their nose. You could just send them a picture to the police. Yeah.
That's burned. I heard Australia was like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pretty much like they if you get COVID, you're gonna be locked up in like a holding facility.
Oh God. Yeah, like yeah, it's like you're like put into like an asylum, just like just
And
on your.
then I'm gonna tell you, I went to Texas when that happened, and it was pretty much open. Most people wore masks as a choice. It wasn't mandated. It felt
Yeah,
completely different from California.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The U.S. did it totally different, but Singapore, well, Asia took it seriously because obviously it most likely came from Asia, so they like locked down all the borders. Like we were in Singapore,
hmm
and around Singapore there's Malaysia and Thailand and like Indonesia, all these really cool places, but we were like landlocked in this small island for 6 months, so we like couldn't get out. um
So it basically, just felt like jail.
yeah, very much so, very quick, and you're like, I see the horizon, but I just like can't get out. So strange.
Wow, that is wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you even get to do comedy out there?
No, it's pretty much just me writing alone in my room. It was cool though. I used to, so before I was doing comedy, I used to be a chef.
Mhm.
Um, so that was kind of an interesting experience.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad we're moving on from like the wear a mask, like vaccine mandates to get inside the club era. I'm like, we're moving on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was such a pain in the ass. You had to show your vaccine everywhere you went. You're like, fuck.
Vaccine card, yeah. I'm so glad we're moving on from that.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I just want to ask your focus on your TikTok. It's basically the comedy, or you venting about?
My TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's,
sorry, what were you
what's
saying?
the? Yeah, I was just asking, like, what's the focus of your TikTok?
I guess my TikTok is just stupid things like of me thinking or doing. There's usually not a lot of words. I'm just kind of living just moments of silliness, I guess I would say. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm developing more. My next month's resolution is to develop more of a presence on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm gonna come up with some more interesting
Yeah,
scenario.
yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, like, I know people that from the Hollywood comedy scene they became huge on TikTok. Like, this one person, Katie Molinaro, she's eating Katie on TikTok, and she's getting destroyed because she made a TikTok about Catholic nachos.
She talk about nachos.
Yeah, Catholic nachos. You know, if you're Catholic, basically the body of Christ,
Oh,
Basically, she's making a joke about not making nachos with that. And
oh,
I get it. It offended so many people. But I realized from that, like, controversy is what gets you traffic on TikTok.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess it's you can be like very funny, or you or you can yeah, you can do something that's gonna get you seen.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, because I made a TikTok about, you know what I'm saying? Because there's like a conspiracy that Michelle Obama is a man. I was like, no, Michelle Obama is a woman.
Yeah.
Then I just get all these comments from all these Trumpsters saying, well, we never seen a pregnant photo of her. Well, Obama need to call her Michael. Like, where y'all getting this
What?
from? Like, where y'all getting this from?
I know. Do people actually believe? I don't know. There's crazy conspiracies out there, though. The people like actually believe. I mean, I'm sure some of them are true. I wouldn't see why not, but that seems ridiculous to me.
Oh yeah, you run those people in Hollywood too with the QAnon flags and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're talking about oh the Pizzagate is real. Or I'm just I can't really talk about get really deep in detail because YouTube might cut my stream off. But basically, my point is controversy basically on any online platform sells. Like, I mean, don't you have a Twitter?
No, no Twitter, just Instagram and TikTok. Soon to be YouTube.
Instagram controversy sells less. It's more about the photos.
It's more about the what?
Basically, the photos or like how professional your photos look. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Because Instagram folks are trying to keep up with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, because we can all do that. That's
That's controversy.
it's so true. No, it's yeah, it's more like an aesthetic kind of a visual thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, everybody basically most women want to copy Kardashian, like getting their lips bigger. I mean, you notice like Kylie Jenner getting the lips bigger.
Yeah, it's so funny because that's kind of like the norm, I feel like, again, with like being in Hollywood. When I first got here, I you notice it more, but now you kind of like, don't notice as much. And whenever I have friends coming from Europe, because it's not as popular over there, and they're like, "Oh wow, like people have like flawless skin and these like big beautiful lips," and I'm like, "Yeah, that or like huge tits," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably." I don't know. Maybe that's not really. I just don't notice it anymore. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm gonna tell you, even in different California cities, you can notice a big difference. Like San Francisco woman and LA woman look completely
different. Yeah, dude.
different. Yeah, because San Francisco. I mean, if you know San Francisco woman, just the more natural looking.
Organic.
Yeah, organic looking, very whole foods
I went to UC Berkeley, so I totally get that. That's where the natural woman reigns supreme, for sure. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of pressure to like always look young, especially as a woman. Like you constantly have this pressure. Like I feel like as men, you guys really have more time in Hollywood specifically to like embrace your age and like have, but I don't think ladies have it easy like that. I think there comes a time period where it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because that biological clock. I mean, most us men don't have it, but Hollywood, in comparison to like most everywhere else, is very Peter Pan.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Basically, supposed to already grow up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I
Definitely.
know you've seen a few like middle-aged men or men that look like they're over their 60s, wearing like that that hat that like to wear in Hollywood. That what's that fedora, whatever they call it. They're
Fedora.
wearing that fedora and some Vans, some skinny jeans.
Yeah.
I saw a 60-year-old man with gray hair, skinny jeans.
I know. Like bands. It's crazy.
Exactly. Like, you ain't never growing up. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's stuck in the boys' age for sure.
Yeah,
Crazy.
super Peter Pan. Well, we're gonna wrap the stream up in 5 minutes. So, is there anything else you want to bring up or any future projects?
Um, I guess just coming up for anyone interested. I'm so bad at promoting myself. I realize I have to be better at that. I'm really not good. But I guess I have a show every month that's called Untamed Comedy that we do at the Hollywood Boulevard. And I also do an open mic that I really enjoy at the Crow in Santa Monica every Monday. So, yeah, if you want to follow me, I get all that information. It's really fun.
Yes, you can follow all of her accounts on right there in the corner, Catbird Comedy.
That's me. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I had so much fun chatting with you. You're awesome. But I think I already knew that.
Nah, that's good. It was sweet to say that. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Like nowadays, you gotta cross promote, like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You gotta cross promote yourself on all platforms.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. I've been thinking about that more. I just need a point of difference. That's my only thing. I'm like, I don't want to be another like white chick on which I am. I get it. I am that. But I just want a point of difference where you're like, oh, that's interesting, different, why, which is the hard part, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just learn from creators in your niche and see what they're doing and take inspiration from it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, that's good advice. That's good advice for sure. Well, you're on it, so I'll take inspiration from you.
I mean, I got 26,000 subscribers, so I'm doing something right.
You totally are. You're awesome. You're killing it.
Yeah. But I'm still haven't reached my goal yet. I gotta get over 100,000 subscribers.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to at the end of the year, but the YouTube algorithm is just not helping out.
I've heard rumors about the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, it's just I'm like I mean it was easier 10 years ago. Basically you just make a video about like what's popular, what's trending, and then you get a lot of traffic and then you get like viewers and subscribers. But now like you gotta have like corporate help.
Oh gosh. Like advertisers and things like that or sponsorships?
Yeah, that
Yeah, that.
like sponsorships or have you know what I'm saying, be part of a network like
Uh
NBC or CBS or Disney, especially Disney.
oh, Disney. Really? God.
Or Warner Brothers on. I can't stand Warner
Oh
Brothers.
no. God, you got to be affiliated. You got to be like a SAG member to get into these things. Damn.
Yeah, if you got into YouTube like around 2016, you could have totally done reaction videos and got yourself a big audience.
Mhm.
So I did.
God damn. We just got to keep going. Keep trying.
That's the advice. That's the advice I want to give. That's the advice I want to give. You gotta keep pushing. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get a lot of negative comments. You're gonna get a lot of dislikes. So you gotta have a thick skin to keep going. It takes a lot of thick skin to be a YouTuber in this thing.
For sure. 100%. You just got to keep, I mean, that such is comedy and everything, right? It's like there's so many lulls, but you just have to like keep going, keep pushing, keep working.
And Kleber says 100% from
Yeah.
the world. Yeah, I got a really big audience in Latin America. A lot of Brazilians and Mexicans like my videos because yeah, reaction videos.
No, love that.
Okay. So yeah, that's like 30 more seconds. Anything else you want to know?
I'm trying to think. No, that's it. I'm just, yeah, happy to be here, excited and inspired by you and your words, and excited to, yeah, keep pushing and do all those good things and make comedy fun and
Yeah.
include, yeah,
Yeah, might have inspired you to create your own YouTube channel, right, Kat?
yeah. You totally have actually.
All righty then. So we're gonna wrap this podcast live stream out. So have a happy Friday night, everybody. And Kleber Renato says obrigado.
Obrigada.
All right, so have a good night, y'all. Peace out.